Hello there, my name is Louis Wieland, and for the last 30 years, I have published Community Profiles magazines, which is the official relocation guides for Atlanta. We have several publications serving different parts of the city. One publication for North Fulton, one for Gwinnett, one for Cobb, and one for North Fulton. They're all available at the FMLS stores, and they're placed in all the real estate brokerage firms for distribution to people moving here for business and or pleasure. They're they're full of information on the counties and the communities, points of interest, schools, etc. Pick up a copy. Ask your real estate agent for a copy. We also send them out in the email to all the realtors for forwarding to their clients. And they're on my website, atlantacommunityprofiles.com. And anybody can see the magazines on that website, along with our podcasts and other information on the city. We define all the counties and the communities in that. I'm also a commercial realtor with KW Commercial, and my area of focus is multifamily and land. And I work with a lot of investors who are trying to take advantage of some of the opportunities available in those industries now, and within the next 12 months there will be a lot more really good opportunities. I'm putting together a fund to buy some of those. If you are interested in investing in a real estate fund, I have a great opportunity I'd love to share with you. And my email is louwieland@kw.com. And every week we interview community leaders, and today we're interviewing Vince Williams, a good friend who's mayor of the great city of Union City. Welcome to our show, Vince. It's great to have you on the program today.
Lou, thank you. It's always great to be with you, with your amazing self. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, pal.
Good.
I appreciate your time. Vince, you have done an outstanding job as mayor, and you're a busy guy. You've contributed immensely to your own city and to the well-being of our metro area, and even to the nation in many ways. And in addition to being mayor of Union City, you're the past president of the National League of Cities. Are you currently president of the Georgia Municipal Association, or was that?
I'm the past president of the Georgia Municipal Association and the immediate past president of the National League of Cities and the current chair of the Metro Atlanta Mayors Association.
You're on the board of the Atlanta Regional Commission and Aerotropolis Atlanta as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Pretty busy place.
I got to stay busy. Lou. Yeah.
You definitely do with that schedule. You know, I sent you, we've become good friends over the years, and I sent you a text recently of something that I noticed, that your city is the fastest growing city in the state of Georgia. And that was written up in several different places. Congratulations.
Yeah, we're excited about that, Lou. Yeah.
What is going on that's causing such great growth? Anything in particular?
I can tell you it's the job creation that's happened over the years, but also our proximity to Atlanta. You know, when you think about all the people who are moving here from everywhere, a lot of folks don't want to live inside the city of Atlanta. They want to live close to the airport. They want to be close to major interstates, and we touch all of them: 75, 85, 285, I-20. You name it. You come to Union City, you can get to all of those with ease. So that's part of it. But also we have an amazing housing stock that's booming in Union City. So it's affordable, but also we have some of the houses that a lot of folks that would like to live in Atlanta, but prefer to live outside. And those folks can afford those homes. You know, it's amazing what has taken place. But also we have a lot of amazing activity going on in the city with the expansion of our park system. We are a safe city. Our police department is one of the most celebrated police departments when it comes to stellar public service. So we're excited about what's happening.
The price of your housing is, at last count, for median sales price is $231,375.
Yeah.
And that is about half the median for the metro area as a whole. So
Exactly.
you definitely you understated the value of the appeal there.
Right. You get a lot of bang for your buck, if you will. You move to Union City. Yes, indeed.
Your population at last count was 27,000. You're
Yes.
8.5 square miles, I believe. So do you have any vacant land available for growth? Or
We do. You know, on the south side of Atlanta is where you have the most undeveloped land opportunities. You know, so Union City has been blessed with a lot of vacant land opportunity, and we're certainly sitting down with a lot of folks who have some great ideas. But every idea is not one that is suited for Union City. So you know, we're weighing the options and certainly looking at some of the things that we want to see. There are a lot of amenities we're looking to bring to the city. You know, with restaurants, hotels, and even entertainment. So we're looking at a lot of those things as well.
the um, the reality is that we do have a shortage of housing in our not only here but throughout the country, and that's
Right.
a lot of people are looking towards multifamily. What is your paradigm on multifamily as a category?
Well, you know, we are embracing multifamily as well, but also we're looking at some other types of housing. You know, we're bringing in some luxury apartments right now. We've never had luxury apartments in Union City. It has been it's something that people want in the area, and I tell you, we have an amazing rooftop luxury apartment complex that's coming up, and it should be up and ready before the summer of 2024. You know, and that's it's an amazing development, and we're excited about it. We never attracted that type of development to Union City until now.
What about public transportation from that area to downtown?
Well, you know, we are on the MARTA line, so certainly public transportation is not a challenge for us. The only thing is we need to have more of it in Union City, you know. So we're having some deep discussions with MARTA, and they've been very, very supportive. And as you know, transit and public transportation has been a big conversation around the metro area for a number of years. So this will probably continue for years to come, but we are looking forward to some of the innovations of transit when we look at how we continue to move people around, even at that very last mile, if you will. You know, I mean, we're working with MARTA, and they're looking at last mile transit when they partner with Uber and Lyft and different things like that. But you know, Union City, we are in a centralized area. Uh, Other than Atlanta, you know, I mean, Atlanta is very widespread. We have over 19 square miles of the city. So, you know, I mean, we have opportunity for people to be able to get on and get off the MARTA, but also utilize some of the other public transit opportunities and even ride share.
You have added some land to your incorporated area. One time it was 8.5 square miles, and now you've mentioned a figure of 9 miles. Is that
We're 19. We're 19. Yes,
19?
we're
Okay,
19.
so that's a huge
19.
increase
Yes, sir.
in the
Yeah.
land.
We annexed a lot of land back in 20. I want to say it was 2005 and six. Yeah, I was on the planning commission at that time, so we annexed a great bit of land that was unincorporated, and a lot of those landowners. And I can tell you, all of the land that we annexed into Union City was done by the 100% method. That is where the landowner requested to come into our city.
Okay, and were these?
Yeah.
Was it? What is the zoning on the increased land? Is there residential or commercial, or is there?
It's a mix. It's a mix. We have residential, we have commercial, we certainly have industrial. It's a mix of zonings.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's good. Tell us a little bit about the tax allocation district and the 800 or 600 acre mixed use development plan. What's going on with that? Can you bring us up to?
Well, I mean, for a number of years, when we got our tax allocation district designation, the market crashed. The market crashed on us, and that was during the housing crash. So we didn't realize any tax revenue, any revenue at all coming in from that. But over the past few years, since we have the movie studio there, because it's included in that TAD, so we have really benefited and seen the results of what a tax allocation will do for a thriving but also needed opportunity for cities. And over these past few years, even with the incentive of the tax allocation district, we've been able, with a lot of the e-commerce facilities we have, because we have 4 Amazon sites in Union City. We have Walmart e-commerce. We have ASOS, which is a British online retailer that has been a part of our makeup for a number of years, as well as Kraft and Del Monte and a lot of those other facilities. But now with the tax revenue coming in, especially those that are inside that tax allocation district, we've been able to, over the past 6 years, roll back property taxes for our residents. So now they understand why a lot of these developments that they were complaining about bringing into the city, because we created jobs for families, but also we were able to support our existing tax base and be able to roll back property taxes for the residents that reside in the city. So it's been a great, great opportunity for us.
The Atlanta Metro Movie Studios is in your city, and tell us a little bit about the economic impact of that venue.
Well, as you know, they suffered a little bit this over the past several months because of the strikes, the writer's strike, and as well as the actor strike. But that is over, and the benefit we have out of that studio is they do a lot of production and post-production work over there. So they're always busy, but they're back, and they promise to be back bigger and stronger than ever. So we're excited about what's happening there with the studio. But Georgia is the new Hollywood. With the film tax credits that the legislature has provided for the film industry has been unparalleled. So we're excited about what's happening there.
You have a entity called the Comprehensive Plan 2030. Can you give us just a quick, brief insight into that plan, and as we go through it on your website, what we should be looking for?
Yeah, I can tell you, Lou, our comprehensive plan is following the mantra of what we created, which is an R3 method, which is reclaim, renew, and reimagine Union City. And what that does, we're moving towards expanding our entire park system. Union City was a city that only had one park at one time. Now, this time next year, we will have a total of probably 6 parks, and we're going to have one park that is dedicated solely to the men and women who serve and protect, and that is our veterans. We will have our very own Veterans Park in Union City. We're making sure that we create a niche for our young people, with workforce development and opportunities like that, to be able to be prepared for the future, but also making sure that we create a path that is going to benefit them in the future. So we got to make sure that we're putting the right zonings, the right ordinances in place to make sure that when these developers come in, that they are going where we need them to go, and not where they want to go, but where we need them to go as it relates to our plan.
On your website, you're talking about the foreign trade zone. You have a foreign trade zone?
Yes, well, what that is, a foreign trade zone is, like with the Amazons and the Microsofts and and all of those folks, when they have products that are inside the warehouse that are just sitting, you don't want to tax them. You don't tax that. You tax it once they start moving the product. And that's what the foreign trade is all about, is allowing those people who store up and have product in their facilities, but it may just be stored for right now, but it will eventually be sold. Once they start selling it, that's when the tax happens.
Okay. So you have an opportunity zone tax credit as well, and a Georgia foreign trade zone.
Yeah.
And all of those are designed to stimulate
those
growth.
are incentives. Yeah, those are incentives that, we are a smaller city. We don't have a lot of incentives that a large city would have. So we have to look at what are the incentives we need in our toolbox to attract those folks to come into our area. And those were some that were available to us in partnership with Fulton County, but also in partnership with the state of Georgia.
Okay, so, and you basically are like 15 minutes from downtown and 15 minutes from the airport and
Exactly.
right on
Exactly.
85. What about the logistics industry? What does that play in your economic impact and future plans?
Well, huge, yeah. When you talk about logistics, in the airport area, you talking about what we are doing in Union City. With the Amazons, the Walmart e-commerces of the world, the Smucker's jellies, Duracell battery, all of those things. That is logistics. But how do you get in and out and move that product? And because of where we're placed on the map, trucks can get in and out of Union City off of the interstate, but also we're close. When you think about it, we're close to the port, both ports, Brunswick, but also the Savannah port, and that's very important when you talk about moving logistical activities.
I've been reading a lot about China and their issues over there, and that obviously affects Savannah Port Authority. Have you noticed any effect on your economy from the slowdown in China and transportation?
Well, yeah, I haven't noticed any, and everything seems to be moving at its pace. But I would imagine, it will affect, some things. But we're moving goods and services all day, every day in Union City.
So you have warehouse space, right? Do you have any available warehouse space at this time, or is it booked up totally? And is there a demand for more?
Right now it's all sold up with. They're all either leased out, and then we got some that are being built right now. As a matter of fact, I was in a meeting earlier today with a developer who is looking to lease. It's a little over 300,000 square feet, and it's a brand new facility. So, he's looking for an end user. So he's in the right place.
The technology for that industry is changing rapidly, just like with the office market.
Yes, it is.
So how will that affect some of your current facilities there? Will they have to?
Well, many of the facilities, I know several that have gone in already to readdress some of those needs by transforming their facility to be more technology savvy, if you will. Now, the thing that's going to happen, a lot of the manual jobs will now be turned over to more digital and technology driven working environment. So it's an opportunity for the people who are already on the job to learn and be trained to be able to take on this new technology that is certainly hitting all of us.
The thing that I hear, Vince, is that these smaller warehouses are probably going to be having some trouble because the new kind of paradigm is for larger units like you're talking about, the 300,000 square foot facility.
Yeah, we have several 1 million square foot developments in our city. So, we don't have a lot of the small ones, but we're excited about what we got, and we're just blessed because, we came up out of the dust. When I became mayor, we were on the verge of being in the red when it comes to a budget. but we have an amazing fund balance. As I said earlier, we've been able to roll back property taxes. We're able to make sure that our men and women who work for the city each and every day, especially public safety, they are compensated more than fairly. So we're excited about what's happening and where things are going, Lou.
Well, your city is the fastest growing city in the state of Georgia.
Yes.
And one of the reasons for people leaving and moving is the quality of schools.
Right.
Education is really critically important. What give us a paradigm on the quality of the schools and what to expect?
Well, as you know, we're part of the Fulton County school systems. Union City does not have any jurisdiction over the school system. But what we do, Lou, we make sure we partner with our school system to make sure that we're there as a support, for whatever the teachers may need, the school board members may need, the superintendent may need. As a matter of fact, I had a conversation with Superintendent Mike Looney earlier today. Well, Dr. Looney. So, it's about relationship. And, that's what happens when partners come together to truly make sure that every area is covered. There's a huge focus on literacy this year in our schools. As a matter of fact, I'm part of the mayor's reading program in the state of Georgia. So we'll make sure that we continue that because that's going to be a big help. But also with that, what we're doing, we've created a Union City Champions workforce development program, which we're partnering with all of our schools from middle to high school to make sure that we capture some of those young people who are interested in creating careers within some of these spaces that are right here in their backyard.
The other driving force, as you well know, is medical. What is the status of the medical amenities and
Well,
hospitals?
I can tell you, because of where we are, a lot of folks are probably familiar with Christian City. Christian City is driven from a medical perspective because a large part of that population, there is an ambulatory care facility there. There is certainly senior living housing, but also assisted living. So we have a great opportunity when it comes to medical care. But also, you're going to see a number. We've got 2 urgent care facilities in the city that were just recently opened a little over a year ago. And then we have other facilities that will be coming, just standalone dental and doctor's offices. So, we're looking at one of the concerns I do have personally was the closing of both of the hospitals in the Atlanta area. The Wellstar facility as well as the Atlanta hospital in the heart of Atlanta. So, those are things that we're very concerned about. Certainly access to healthcare is very important, but also access to healthcare for a population of people that always had lack of access to healthcare. So we're focusing on that, working with our partners in Washington, D.C. with Senators Warnock and Ossoff, but also working with this administration, the Biden administration. They've been very helpful. Not as helpful as I would like, when it comes to making sure that we get the support we need, but also the dollars we need to maybe address some of these healthcare issues. But they're doing what they, what we have not had done in many, many years. So, I am optimistic around all of this, and I think we're gonna hit a home run in the next year or so with healthcare as it relates to Union City and all of South Fulton.
As you well know, the fastest growing segment of the population is senior citizens, and you do a really good job with that segment of the population. You do have a beautiful senior living facility. Can you tell us about that?
Well, we have several in the area. As I said, we have the Christian City area, which has some beautiful homes for seniors who are still living on their own and want to have their own. There's single family housing. There's apartments. There are also we have a couple of facilities that are in the process of being built, if you will. some senior housing apartments, but also we have two very beautiful facilities that are up and running right now. That is Woodbridge, and we're excited about all the seniors that are there. It's already occupied 100%, and the seniors love it.
Okay, so Vince, you and I have been talking about the South Fulton Parkway for quite a while, years.
Yeah.
And give us an update on that, please. What's going on and what are your plans and what's the progress, et cetera?
Well, and the thing that I have to say about that, a lot of people don't understand South Fulton Parkway, Highway 92, 138 or Jonesboro Road, those are truck routes that were designated by GDOT over 30 years ago. So it's not a whole lot that Union City can do other than partner and have conversations with GDOT about how we provide additional safety, more lighting, but also now one of the things that I would like to see off South Fulton Parkway, and as I travel around Georgia across the state, I see a lot of these beautiful wildflowers that are planted in the islands, so those are some things I'd like to see. But also, we've got to take a look at keeping people safe. We do know that these are truck routes. However, we're at a place now where we've got to learn how to mix pedestrians, but also car traffic with tractor trailer trucks. And we got to do it, and we got to do it safely. Everybody has a role in this, Lou, and we got to figure out how do we make that transition to make sure that people are safe on South Fulton Parkway, anywhere, where there's a truck route. But we got a lot of activity off the South Fulton Parkway area because that is where a lot of our vacant land is. So we're going to see some amazing things come up out of the ground in the next few years here, and we're excited about that.
Highway 75 and Highway 85 are almost like a truck route now. The way you drive up there,
Right. Almost.
It's really so much. But it coming up from the port, but the available land on that is amazing, and you and I have talked about that, and I've also talked to some other agents in my office about how we could help you and meet with some of your owners. But ideal scenario, what would you like to see happen there?
Well, as I spoke earlier, Lou, we want to see some entertainment. When you talk about entertainment, we need upscale hotels. I'm not talking about having the St. Regis on the south side of town, but we need better stock of hotels. We need restaurants. We need entertainment. You have Top Golfs. We got a lot of folks in Union City that travel across the city to go to Top Golf and some of these other places. But even one of the most amazing things is this Buc-ee's. I don't know if you had a chance to visit a Buc-ee's. That is one of the most eye-opening economic development opportunities anywhere that I've ever seen in a long time.
Well, as it happens, I've been in Buc-ee's a lot because I'm trying to sell real estate up in Dalton and on the way up to almost into Tennessee, even Chattanooga. So I stop at that.
So what do you think? What do you think about Buc-ee's?
That's another world. That is like another.
Yes, it is.
Besides that, Vince, they have the best coffee in town.
That's what I've heard.
The truth is. But that is like a little city in itself. It's amazing.
But it's amazing.
Are you thinking of attracting one of those facilities?
Well, you never know, Lou. You never know.
Well, good luck with that. I hope you do. People come from miles around to go to that place. People, and I'm sure they would come from all over the place, not just people using that corridor for transportation.
Right.
It's an entertainment venue for a lot of people.
It truly is.
So, anyway, the downtown, what is going on in the urban renewal? Do you have did I read someplace where you're putting in a new city hall, or is that something else?
No, we're looking at what that would look like. We're not moving towards that, but we know it's going to have to happen. We'll see if it happens during my administration. But we don't know. We're doing the best we can with the availability of what we have, but we're creating more synergy in the downtown area, so building a new city hall right now is not something we're really focusing on.
Not a high priority at the moment. But
Yeah.
I know that I did read someplace where you guys have, have it in the plan for, but not
Yeah.
high priority and time sensitive necessarily.
Right.
Well, thanks very much for being on the show. It's a great pleasure to always have you on the show. And you've been mayor since May of 2013. You've done a spectacular job in leading your city to where it is today in terms of economic growth and success. And we want to congratulate you for your outstanding work that you've done.
Well, Lou, thank you, and thank you for having me today. Look, I'm sitting here in front of the Omni Hotel where we're hosting the National League of Cities City Summit this year in Atlanta. We have almost 5,000 locally elected officials from all over the country in downtown Atlanta, where they will be spending money but having a good time. Yeah.
Well, great. I'm sure you'll enjoy networking. You're pretty good at networking. I know. I've seen you in action. So,
Well, my friend, you take care. Thank you so much, and we'll see each other soon.
absolutely. Thanks, Vince. Have a great
All
day.
right.
Appreciate your time.
Lou, I love you, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. God bless you, brother.
We are brothers. Thank you very much.